Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Coffee with Jeff and Bedros show, episode number 7. Want to welcome Bedros back to the show this week. You were missed. And Josh did a great job filling in.
No, he didn't.
So you had a busy week last week.
I did. I had a very busy week last week. Honestly, I don't even know what happened that I was missing. I just know that I wasn't here. I bet someone in here can maybe fill me in. Does anyone know what was going on that I wasn't here?
You were getting a haircut.
I was getting a But okay, don't make me sound so vain. Let me just, I gotta stop you here. I was getting a haircut because the next day, me and Lewis House were about to shoot a pitch video. Otherwise, I would.
Haircut for Lewis or for Elliot?
I got the haircut for Lewis. Elliot likes me with my wild hair, but Lewis is a little more tasteful. All right, so anyway, let's get going with the show. Now I sound so vain. Let's do this.
You did great.
Thank you, thank you.
So I had a busy week at the HQ. We had some high-level visitors.
Yeah. So Elliot Hulse and Lewis House. So there's Elliot there. That's his business partner, Chris, back there. And soon, when we have a confidence monitor, you'll never see us. You'll never see us turn around again. That's right. We're making this into a full-on production. But so Elliot and Lewis House stopped by with. I can't really talk about what we're doing with either of them. It will come out probably in the next 2 or 3 months. But it was really neat to have these guys come by. And what's been really awesome is every time a new guest comes by the headquarters now, everybody wants to take a picture in front of the BK elevator. So that's become our new prop. And so that's what we've been doing. And of course, over the weekend, I spoke at Jason Capital's High Status Summit, which was pretty neat. So my daughter, here's a picture. So my daughter found this picture online, and she zooms in to the booties. She goes, "Daddy, there's butts behind you," right? That's my daughter. She would always do that, right? And so, I know, I didn't either. I was up on stage and I didn't notice. What's crazy, there's so much going on that stage, and she found that. And so, anyway, we're just going to keep her locked up till she's 35 and she's good. And
yeah,
of course,
I'm there with you.
The other thing we did is I decided to have some neighbor kids over and my kids, and we went out on our back lawn there, and we had a massive Nerf battle to which I lost.
Yeah, I was going to ask who won.
Yeah, I lost. They won.
Like all the kids versus you?
Yes, it was all the kids versus me. But what the parents don't know of all the other children is I secretly won. If you ever want to abuse kids and not get found, you punch them in the armpits. The bruises don't show because their arms are down. And so after the Nerf battle, I punched each kid twice in the same armpit. And so it keeps the, so no one called Child Protective Services. This is only a joke. How about you? What did you do?
So we went to the Baltimore Orioles were in town to play the Angels. So that was our first Angels game.
Who won?
And Angels ended up winning 3-2. But yeah, Emily was all worried that we were going to be the only Oriole fans headed to the stadium. So as soon as we saw one other Oriole fan, she started having fun. But yeah.
Now, what's your opinion on the Los Angeles Angels versus they used to be the Anaheim Angels? Do you even care?
I don't really care. I just don't like the Dodgers. So I would be an Angels fan except for when they're playing the Orioles as a home team fan. But yeah, I didn't even realize. I thought it was the Anaheim Angels. They're now the Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah. Which is weird because they've for years been in Anaheim and they still play in Anaheim. But what do I know about baseball?
Yeah, because I thought it was Anaheim Angels, and Emily actually mentioned that. She's like, shouldn't they be the Los Angeles Angels? So I have to let her know that it really is the Los Angeles.
So she was right.
She was. And so Emily had her first grade meet and greet. Her first day of school was today. I can't believe the summer is over already. And she was super excited on the meet and greet Friday. She wished that the next day was the first day of school.
Cool.
So, and then we also had our end of summer barbecue, at our house to wrap up the summer.
Nice.
And
yeah.
That's pretty much what it was like.
Good times.
But
yeah, I like what you got going on there.
Yeah, it was pretty windy, so we couldn't have our normal ping pong tournament, so we had to switch to cornhole. So Shanta's got to up his cornhole game.
Yeah, Chanta's really good with the cornhole. Yeah, we should always make a thing where we drop Chanta somehow into the show. Yeah.
But speaking of like the end of the summer, school's getting starting back. In the fitness space, this is kind of like the second New Year of the year because everybody's been having fun and partying all summer, going to summer barbecues, and now once the kids are back in school, they get into a new routine. They're ready to get back in shape. So it's really important to have a good promo set up properly to capitalize on the opportunity to get a lot more people into your program. Yeah. And so we have Carlo running a webinar this Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern on the perfect back to school promo. So make sure you're on that webinar. And if you want to be on that webinar, just type webinar in the comment section below, and we will message you on Facebook the registration link. There is a limited number of spots on that webinar.
Cool.
So make sure you type webinar in the comment section below.
Hey, London, maybe you could even write the link to the webinar registration in the comment section or something?
Yeah,
That'd be awesome. By the way, I just got to say something, because a lot of my 7-figure formula mastermind clients reached out to me probably a week ago, and they said, hey, what is the best promotion to run during this time? It's not so much about the best promotion to run, as Carlo's going to cover. It's about the messaging that you're going to send to people as you're promoting whatever has worked for you best in the past. Because now the parents are going back to school, they're falling back into a routine, they've gained weight during the summertime, so all the selling points of the benefits and features are way different than how you would normally sell. So this is kind of like a second New Year opportunity. And so if you get on that webinar with Carlo this Thursday, you're going to see that no matter the promotion, and we do have some great promotions that you can promote, but no matter the promotion, it really is about the messaging of how you sell it during the month of September to get the most amount of leads and clients on board. Yeah.
Yeah, and with that being said, there's actually a new study done that's showing that the specialized fitness boutique fitness studios are not as specialized or unique, anymore. It's becoming more of the norm. So it's not enough just to have, a small boutique, business to be able to stand out. So you have to really, up your game and put out lots of great content and be different than everyone else in order to continue, to get new members into your business.
Yep.
And they're actually saying, with this study, I don't know how they correlated the two, but they're saying that people are spending less on gas and more on boutique fitness, high-priced, specialized classes.
Yeah, I think more and more, and by the way, I'm going to credit mainly Instagram for this. I mean, it's not just Instagram, but I'm going to credit Instagram for really the awakening of society to fitness, because for so long we were hell-bent on, well, if I just walk, and I know some people are going to argue with me, walking is exercise. Bullshit. Walking is not.
That's how you get from one thing to the next.
That's it. Walking is how you get from one place to the next.
Carlo, when I asked him what he was doing, he said he was exercising, he was taking his dog for a walk. I was like,
right.
That's not, you're taking your dog for a walk, you're
Yeah.
not exercising.
Yeah,
So-
but the bar has been set so low, and to that point, let me share something with you. When I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago to get the results for the MRI for my hand, they took my blood pressure. I don't know if I shared this with you. They took my blood pressure, and I look at the blood pressure gauge. I wasn't able to see the numbers, so I go, "How's my blood pressure?" She goes, "Oh, it's 120 over 78. It's good." I go, "Well, what's ideal?" And I know it's supposed to be 120 over 80, right? Now it's 130 over 80. And I said, how come? And that's because society has gotten so much fatter, more out of shape, that the average now is 130. So if we leave it up to society, and I'm sharing this with you fitness professionals, to write a blog post about this, write an Instagram message or video about this,
Facebook
to write
Live, something.
do something about this. But the averages have gone up only because people are getting more sickly and out of shape. And I was disgusted. I'm like, wait a minute. So instead of setting the bar high and telling people that we have to work up to better health, we decided that since we're all getting unhealthy, that we're going to change the standard to something poor. That just sickens me, man. It absolutely sickens me. Anyhow, I don't know where I was going with this, other than the fact that now the tides are turning in that more people are becoming active because they're seeing the benefits of being active, looking great, feeling well on Instagram. And so that's really been a tide turner here.
Yeah, and with Instagram, Facebook, they've been coming out with a lot of new tools that make it easy, for fitness professionals, business owners to put their content out there. So Facebook is now allowing you to create groups for your fan pages, or link a group, that, an already existing group, to your fan page, calling them like fan clubs. So your most engaged fans can actually now get on like the, pretty much the inner circle of your fan page and get on the inside and see all the other postings that are inside the group, and they also get the notifications that you just posted so they don't miss anything. So I think that could be huge, especially now you'll be able to start advertising and marketing to the groups.
In fact, by the way, Chris, I forget his name from the 7-figure group, I forget his last name, in Spokane, Washington. He's like, hey man, look, I could already start marketing in my, so on the actual mobile version of Facebook groups, there's a promote feature already that you can promote an ad or an offer to your group. So if you have a free group or a paid group, you want to build that thing as much as you can with people from your community, because soon that is the most targeted advertising you can offer.
and then you can link that to the fan page so that way you can get your fans into your groups as well. And another feature that they just launched is it's called Facebook Watch. And Facebook Shows. So you can create a whole channel, kind of like a YouTube channel or even Netflix pretty much for for your shows. So as long as you have like a recurring theme, like Coffee with Jeff and Bedros, we could turn that into a Facebook Watch, and they could go in there and see the past episodes and subscribe and make sure they don't miss any of the future ones.
That's awesome, man.
So that's pretty cool as well. And Instagram, this is brand new. Not everybody even has access to this yet. They have a new feature called Go Live with Friends. So it's like FaceTime, but everybody gets to watch.
Yeah.
There's a free app that a lot of people have been using called BeLive.tv. This is going to be similar to that, but on Instagram. So you could do testimonials or success stories, stuff like that, hot seats, whatever you want to call it, with clients, and be live on Instagram with all your followers watching.
That's huge, man. I mean, look at all the new and different ways that we can advertise. And while some of you might be watching this and thinking like, holy crap, now I got something else to learn and this is overwhelming and it's going to take too much time. What I'm telling you is you should be excited about this because it's so new, because it's so effective that Instagram is releasing it. Odds are your competitors are going to piss and moan about it while you're going to be on the front lines of blowing this thing up and getting more leads and clients. So anytime something new comes out, man, I'm all for embracing it and not just crying about it.
Yeah, I mean, and all this stuff comes down to like what's working now, which is getting your message out there, sharing your best content, like you've said from day one, is put your best stuff out there, don't hold on to it, and then they're just going to pay for more access to you. So get your messaging out there, get your offers out there, and these tools will definitely help you get there.
Indeed.
So over the last week, we got some questions from the audience that they want us to talk about and get our opinions on. The first question is, how can entrepreneurs resist the shiny object syndrome? And they say, I have so many ideas, I'm not sure which one to start with.
You know what? That's akin to asking, because nobody would ever ask this question, how do I resist throwing myself off a cliff? Like, nobody would ever ask that question, right, London? The reason is you're going to fucking die if you throw yourself off a cliff. The problem with a shiny object is when someone gets a new idea, they know they're not going to die. Like your breathing will not stop, your pulse will not stop, but you will emotionally die, you will financially die, because you will create a habit of constantly going to new shiny objects without ever taking the first idea that you had and crossing the finish line with it. And that is the most undisciplined thing you can do as an entrepreneur. So when I hear that question, like, how do I stop chasing shiny objects? Well, how do you stop from throwing yourself overboard off a cliff? Well, you're going to die. So I want you to draw that parallel. Seriously, you are going to financially and emotionally die because you're going to be overwhelmed, have anxiety, because now you got many different irons in the fire, and no product has yet to come out to market. I know so many people like that, dude, who have like 5 or 10 great ideas, and one's 30% done, one's 40% done, one's 60% done, but nothing is out in the market serving people. So at the end of the day, it's about getting disciplined on the one idea, taking it across the finish line, creating systems, which some of the systems might be just people, running that product while you go create the next idea and the one after that. That's what a real entrepreneur does. Everything else that you're thinking about doing when you want to chase a shiny object makes you a wantrepreneur.
Yeah, Ryan Dice, he used an analogy of like, you're here and you want to be here and you got to build bridges to get there. And you start building this bridge, it could be like, creating a Facebook fan page. But you get like halfway across, you see somebody else like killing it on Instagram, and you stop putting content on your Facebook, and you're like, oh, I gotta be on Instagram. So this bridge is like halfway built. You start building your Instagram, bridge, and you see somebody on Snapchat. So you're like, stop doing that, and then you start building. You have all these half-built bridges, and none of them are getting you where you want to be. Yeah. And like you said, what you need to do is finish one to completion, get where you want to be. That's a solid, pole in the water, and then build a team around that, automate it. Like you say, automate, then delegate, and then start building that next bridge. You get as many bridges to where you want to be as possible. And that's really what I see is a lot of people seeing something that they're not doing working well for somebody else, and automatically assume that they need to be doing that.
Yeah.
But there's more than one way to get people into your business and to sell them and to close them. And what works for one person, one personality, or one area of the country or the world might not work as well somewhere else. So
to that point, Elliot Hulse, right? He just owned YouTube. Yep. He decided he's going to go all in on YouTube, not Facebook, not Instagram.
Six-pack guys too.
Yeah, six-pack guys too, right? Six-pack abs. They went all in on YouTube. Years ago, I went all in on Facebook. Now I've got that so automated and delegated that I've now taken over YouTube. Actually, I started YouTube, Facebook, and now in the last year and a half, I've started Instagram. But each one has already been automated and delegated to someone else. And that's what Elliot's done. That's what we're doing with the businesses that we're launching. Because, man, all those half-built bridges, when I just visualize that, I start feeling anxiety, right? Because like, I know I want to get there. I know I can make more money, make a bigger impact, but I can't find a way to, it's all these half-built bridges, you know, but nothing's ever going there.
That's where the overwhelm builds up and you feel like you can't do anything, you just stop. Well, with that being said, how does somebody know like when they're beating a dead horse and it's just not going to get there, you know, and when to stop doing a certain strategy or a certain thing and go on to another one?
That's a good question, and that's where I believe that having a good network of mentors or people who are proven in the way they think as an entrepreneur, right? Because I love the idea of going to someone that I trust in the entrepreneur world and going, hey man, I got this idea, I've been working on it for 8 months, I've been putting all my effort into it, doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. What would you do, or would you kill it? Sometimes having those outside eyes looking in, right, of someone that you trust. Yeah, there's no emotional attachment. They may have been there and done that in another industry, and they're outside eyes, and so they're seeing it differently than you are. They go, oh, dude, I would kill that thing. And then if you get the kill that thing marching orders from someone you trust, kill that fucking thing and cut all emotional attachments and go on to the next thing.
Cool. So our next question is there anything that is holding you back from being more successful than you already are?
Like me personally?
Yes.
No, I don't think there is, because I'm constantly asking that question to my therapist.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. And that's where I was going. That's when I read the question. That's what I thought as well. Is like, I'm always improving, getting better.
Yeah.
And but the one thing that, if there is anything holding me back, it's the same thing that's holding everyone back, whether they're at just getting started, at your level. We're always our biggest, enemy. We're always holding ourselves back. So as long as we're constantly improving ourselves, then we're going to constantly be more successful. So when I guess,
to that point, the one thing would be wisdom, right? I wish I can have the wealth of knowledge I'm going to have 10 years from now. I wish I had that today. Because when I think back,
wish you knew what you knew now 10 years
10 years ago. But that I can't have short of talking to mentors. That's where I believe my first mentor, Jim Franco, who was in his 60s and he was a millionaire, I just talked to him so much after every workout that we did together when I trained him.
And the wisdom is great, but it's also the self-improvement as well, and just getting past those, because you could have all the knowledge in the world, but if you're, in your own way, sometimes you just have to get out of your own way. If you don't believe it's going to happen for you, or for whatever childhood trauma or whatever it is that you have, sometimes that can be the biggest stumbling block. And so I should say like you have a therapist. You surround yourself around people that are wise. You get your information from people that have already been there and done that in different industries, or they're already 10 years ahead of where you are. And so you're getting that information and applying that information on a daily basis.
I think for most people though, like if we were to kind of take that question and say, what do we think, or I don't want to put this on you, maybe what do I think is holding most people back? If any viewers are interested, what do I think is holding most people back? Having now coached and consulted thousands of people and heard from literally tens of thousands of people who always tell me, hey, that one thing you told me gave me the breakthrough that I needed. Most people don't have enough self-worth, self-esteem, and don't value themselves. If I could break that down, they don't love themselves. They feel they're incapable, that someone else is more capable than they are. In reality, that person is looking at them going, shit, that person's more capable. If we all just have some more self-esteem and self-worth, we could cross those chasms in a big way.
It's crazy. Like I've been around a lot of people that are successful in business, and some of the people aren't the smartest people. I'm like, how is this person making so much money in their business? Like they don't know anything. Like, but they believe in themselves. They believe in their self-worth, and they go and hire the right people to do the work for them that they can't personally do. And then I see on the other side people that are so smart and can talk on any topic, any subject, that just can't get through that next step, and it's all it's all in their head. Last question from the audience is, what is your favorite life hack?
Ooh, what is your favorite life hack?
So my favorite life hack, I heard from Mark Cuban a few years ago. There was the show Beyond the Tank. And in that show, one of the companies they invested in, the guy that was the CEO that was running it, was going to him, was like, I just, I'm hitting a plateau. I just can't get any further, in my business. We've done really well, but I want to get to the next level. And Mark told him that the problem is that you're the smartest one in your company. So you're never going to be able to go further, because everybody's learning from you. You can only get as high as you are because you're the one. You need to go out and hire specialists that are better than you in a given area, and let them come to the table with new ideas and get outside of your own thinking. And that's what I've been doing since then, is trying to hire people that are smarter than me or better than me at certain topics or skills, and grow the team that way.
Yeah. And for me, my favorite life hack is routines. Like, when I have a routine, I am better, faster, more efficient, more effective. And so now I've got my weekday routine hard set, my weekend routine hard set. Like, I know on the weekends I get to sleep in a little bit more. On the weekdays I get to wake up at 4:30 and crush my mornings. And when you have that routine, man, like today was a little off because normally we do this at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And I know we changed the schedule because of the princess here, because of me, I get it, at 12 o'clock. But my whole routine was off. I came like just minutes before we started. So when my routine is dialed in, I'm making more money, making a bigger impact, I have less stress, and I'm happier. When I don't have routine, weekday or weekend, I'm fucked.
Yeah, I mean, even at the professional athlete level, the routine is so important, and that's why you see when they travel to away games, especially if they're going from the East Coast to West Coast, they're in a different time zone, they're waking up in a hotel, they're not going through their same pregame rituals and stuff, and that's why they don't play as well, on the road as they do in their home games, because they're very disciplined. And as our friend Craig says, discipline gives you freedom equals freedom, which is hard to wrap your mind around because you think that discipline is rigid and not actually giving you the freedom that you want. And it's all about creating, like he says, creating rules for yourself. And a lot of the best diet programs are ones that have a rule and not, so there is no like gray area. It's like intermittent fasting. You can't eat before this time, you can't eat after that time.
Right.
So if it's before that set time, there's no option. It's not like, they have to go and try to pick and choose and match different foods together and try to put together what they can and can't eat. It's a defined rule. So I've been going through, he sent me his kit because I'm putting together a reality game for the Perfect Day formula. So I'm going through all over again. And definitely creating those rules and having that discipline will equal
There should
equal
be
freedom.
a reality show with Craig.
We should
And
start that.
it would start like this. He wakes up at 3:30 in the morning. Craigie, I hope you're watching this. And he goes right to the box to get water, because he drinks boxed water, not plastic water, boxed water. Then he would go right to the fridge and stand at the fridge and eat fresh broccoli at the fridge. Yeah, that's how it goes when he comes to my house. And I love that, because then I examine my life and I go, man, I'm a lazy fuck. I wake up at 4:30, I have a protein shake and coffee like a loser, and then I drink water out of a bottle, right? Like I am not disciplined where Craig is concerned. So boxed water and broccoli, first thing in the morning.
That is my new rule, but not at 3:30.
Right.
I'll go with 5:30.
Well, I mean, I would watch that reality show. I would just watch it all, like just little hidden cameras around the house, just watching Craig, like, boom, boom, boom. All right, anyhow, I could go down that rabbit hole all day long.
Looks like a lot of fun, so we're going to give it a shot. It's called the Whisper Challenge. I'm going to give you a pair of headphones, turn the music on really loud so you can't hear what I'm saying. I have some note cards here with something on them, some phrases, and I'm going to read them to you, and you have to try to guess what I'm saying.
So I'm going to listen to loud music while I'm going to try and read your lips and guess what you're saying.
Right. I know it's hard to understand what I'm saying anyway, but you're getting, over the last 7-8 years, you've gotten really good.
Yeah. Well, London was saying that I could almost sign language what you're saying. See, I'm going to blame you. So that people are going to complain. You complain about London, not me. I would never say that. Right.
Awesome.
All right, let's do this.
We have these headphones here. You can put those on.
Perfect. Nice and earwaxy, my favorite.
It's just London's earwax. You're good.
We're good then.
And let me see, turn this on, button. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys the card. Oh man. Okay. Here we go. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
You like big, one more time.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Winner, too easy. He does, see, he's gotten it over there. All right, so.
That was a cool jam. All right.
Man, now the pressure is on.
I nailed it, right?
You did nail it.
All right. Well, you were making it pretty obvious. Did I show the camera?
Yeah.
All right. You ready for this? Deflated balls.
Say it again.
Deflated balls.
Deflated balls?
Yes! Why are you yelling at me? Should I yell that loud too? I did probably. That's great. All right.
Man, we're better than this than Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I think I broke your thing. All right.
You have some music on louder.
Look, I got 3 of them here? No, it's just 2. It's just thick so you can't see through the back. All right. I'm not going to say it as loud this time.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready? Salted nuts. Salted.
Chocolate lips.
Salted peanuts.
Stormy weather.
Salted peanuts.
Chocolate peanuts.
Salted peanuts.
Salted penis.
Oh, close. Hold on. Salted peanuts.
Salted peanuts.
Got it.
Nailed it. Nailed it. All right, if you got kids watching this, you might want to put the kids away right now because this, I don't know, he said penis. I'm pretty sure he said penis. That's what I.
It's the mumbling.
Yeah. All right. All right, this is the last one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, you want to put your kids away for sure. All right. You ready for this? Uptown Funk You Up.
One more time.
Uptown Funk You Up.
Uptown funk you up.
Yeah! Nailed it! Nailed it. All right, see, we're good.
Yeah.
But it's because we've been friends for so long. Like if we didn't know each other, right? Yeah.
I was messing up when I was doing other words with him. I don't know what Jeff
Yeah. It's a repetition. We got time under tension under our belt. Yeah. All right, so we got you figured that out. I'm going to talk about the unicorn sighting. All right. So we got a new unicorn sighting to talk about, and this person, if you were at Fitness Business Summit, not 2017, 2016, you saw this person on stage, and she had everybody in tears when she talked about when her little daughter was born. She was so broke. Her fitness business was just struggling so bad, and she was so broke. When her daughter was born at the hospital, when the doctors and the nurses turned their back, she was stealing diapers from the hospital and stuffing it in the diaper bag so that she can have diapers to use when they leave the hospital. They were that broke. I remember
She said she was at the store and couldn't even afford a bow tie or hair tie.
a $1 hair tie for her daughter. Today, she's got 2 Fit Body Bootcamp locations, and she's absolutely crushing those locations. In addition to that, she's now paying it forward in the 7-Figure Formula Mastermind group by doing something absolutely free. I haven't asked her to do this. As you all know, I'm a big believer that personal trainers should look like personal trainers. You should be able to, do that stuff, right?
See if Josh is here.
Yeah. Well, Josh can make his ass move. I just do the pecs, right? Yeah. But Josh does the yeah. Anyway, so long story short, but I believe trainers should look the part, and so Stacey Cutler, our unicorn of the week, has decided to lead the Hot Body Challenge. There she is. Ba-bam! She leads the Hot Body Challenge in our 7-Figure Formula Mastermind group, and everybody pools their money together, and every 90 days at the Mastermind, we see who's in the best shape, and somebody wins the $6,000 to $10,000 purse, which is pretty sweet. But she's a badass, man.
Yeah, so congratulations, Stacey.
Yeah.
She was actually one of my first coaching clients with the first year of the Fitness Business Ignition program, so she's come a long way since then. So congratulations. You definitely deserve it.
Yeah. Congratulations. Let's go steal some diapers! Just for fun. Now we can steal diapers for fun because we want to get away from the law, not because we need the diapers.
We can even easily afford to pay the fine and everything.
Yeah, all right. And hey, by the way, tell us more about that webinar with Carlo.
Yeah, so this Thursday, Carlo, and if they don't have their baby yet, Brian Calique will be on the webinar with him as well.
Nice.
Going over what they're calling the perfect promo for the back to school, to capitalize on everyone going back to school and getting back in shape after the summer.
Yeah, so really what you're going to do is somewhere around this video, London's probably put a link already to register for the webinar. If you have a boot camp, a personal training business, a group training business, a CrossFit box, any of those type of gyms where you actually serve people and not just give them access to weights, then you're going to want to get on this webinar with Carlo on Thursday because you're going to know exactly what to do this September to get more leads and clients into your business and obviously make a bigger impact as you make more money. Yes.
Awesome. And lastly, I want to leave you with is a question for you guys, the viewers. We want to know what's your favorite life hack. So what are you doing that's getting you ahead that you can share with everybody else and pay it forward as well? Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.